It's our first top 10 list of 2025, and we decided to look in the rearview mirror at our careers for this list. If you could give a younger, less experienced administrative professional one piece of advice, what would it be? It was hard to bring this list down to only 10 things, as some fabulous advice was shared. But in no particular order, here are the top 10 pieces of advice for a younger you or a younger administrative professional. Our first piece of advice came from many of you, which was not to be afraid to ask questions. Take notes, be curious, and listen and watch others to learn. While we may not be children, this is how children learn, how we all learned growing up. So we should continue to do this even as adults. Number two comes from Carol Fitzgerald from Jacksonville, Florida. Carol says to never base your work on what you see more experienced admins doing. I know that we can all be guilty of that, even when we aren't new to the profession. Good advice for us all, regardless of our years of experience, Carol. Lori Jo Jaycox from Whiting, New Jersey says to read everything you can get your hands on. Check out everything you to do with your company and industry. We read what your executive and other admins are reading, and don't forget to read all the emails too. Our fourth tip comes from Karen Swoops. Karen reminds you to never work in a toxic environment. I know that many of us need that advice, whether we're new or young in the profession or not. Our fear steps forward and reminds us that we need a job, which we likely do. But once you see that it is a toxic environment, get another job as quickly as possible, Karen says. All the way from Brisbane, Australia. Number five is from Lisa Partnan. Lisa says to keep your focus on trust in your role. You can learn and improve your skills, but once you've lost trust, you can't regain it again. Working on the relationship side of the role and ensure that you never do anything that will cause anyone to lose trust in you. Diane Fulton from Gravenhurst, Ontario reminds you to avoid gossip. You may think that being part of the in crowd is good for you in your career, but being part of the gossip culture at work is not. Just refer back to our previous tip about trust. Now, number seven is one of my favorite tips, and it comes from Lisa Olson Tilley from Chicago, Illinois. Lisa said that we always need to appreciate anyone who helps us. It makes them feel good about working with you. And you all know my favorite quote from Maya Angelou: people will never forget how you made them feel. Michelle Frame from Calgary, Alberta says that she wishes she could have told her younger self not to be a doormat. She says she took on more and more without recognition or compensation because she is a people pleaser. Sometimes doing more is good for learning new skills, but sometimes we dig our own graves because people take advantage of our people pleasing behavior. From Ocean View, Delaware, Rachel Gupta says to take advantage of any opportunities that come your way, as you never know where they will lead you. I know I'm not the only one who has had their career altered because of these once in a lifetime opportunities. Run towards them and always say yes, without being the doormat that Michelle referred to. And number 10 comes from Christine Zambreski from Monroe, North Carolina, who says to take every class you can, including lunchtime webinars. You will always be learning something, so learn. Now, it was hard to stop at 10 as there are so many younger self messages I would communicate if I could. And clearly, you all could as well. Continue to add them in the comment section so that we can all learn, young or not so young, in our career. And good luck. Admins rock.